Hey everyone, this is HEB Hour, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my thoughts about skill-based matchmaking inside of Destiny. Now, this is my opinion. If you have your own thoughts, I'd like to know your thoughts as well in the comments down below, because it varies between all kinds of different players and just different people who have different thoughts about if they like to have matches to be very skill-based or if they want to just have fun. So I'd like to know your thoughts as well. For me, personally, in Destiny at least, skill-based matchmaking is not really a thing that I have been enjoying. Now, skill-based matchmaking has been a very big topic with Destiny and PvP lately, and rightfully so, because a lot of people just will either like it or not like it at all. And some games do have skill-based matchmaking in them, and they work it out in a sense where it's not as ridiculous for a lot of different players who just want to play PvP in a fun environment. Now, some people will actually feel like sweaty teams, like going against players that are, very like high KDs and stuff like that, catering to theirs, is fun to them. They like a challenge. But some people don't like that at all, or they like a in-between scenario where maybe it's just randomized, like you don't know. And for me, I really wish that skill-based matchmaking was entirely removed, or at least it was only for Iron Banner and Trials, as in the big game modes that happen that really show your true skill in PvP. That is probably where I would say would be reasonable, even though I really just wish it was just always random in a sense, but I can understand for people in Trials would like to go against people that are towards their KD rather than just making random chance of who you're going to go against. But the Crucible should be left alone. It really should, because it's not like a mode or a area in PvP that people would really take super seriously in comparison of Trials and Iron Banner. Maybe you do, but personally I don't whenever I play Crucible. Game modes like Rift and stuff like that, I just want to have fun. I don't really care about, showing my true skill. I'm just there to play PvP and enjoy myself. But when I play by myself, this is where I really see the skill-based matchmaking taking effect. My KD is like roughly a 1.7, 1.9, depending what characters and stuff, but my KD kind of goes up and down in variable to what game modes. If it's a 6v6, normally I'm in that like 1.7, 1.8 range. If I'm doing Trials, like 3v3 Trials, I pretty much am like a 1.9 to a 2.0. Mainly because my goal is staying alive in Trials, and 6v6 or Crucible in general, I don't care about staying alive. I just want to run around and play for fun. And when playing by myself in the Crucible, I see myself playing with people who are taking it very seriously and are just using snipers, and no, I don't really see shotguns that much. If I do, they're using the most ridiculous loadouts that most people would use because it's the best kind. And the matches are very variable. In actually some cases, I've been getting rather annoyed because skill-based matchmaking for me is very punishing. I'm trying to get bounties done where I have to win a match of Control. I'll play 4 matches and still not win. And I'll go in a match where I get mercied, and it was a join in progress, and it says we're breaking up those teams to find you someone, a better team, and then it puts me in another join in progress where we get mercied again. Like, it doesn't really make sense on how the matchmaking works, but it really is confusing me. But where it really bothers me is when you're playing with your friends. Now, this is where most people who hate it go to this. Skill-based matchmaking, when you have a 1.8, 1.9 KD and your friends are like 0.5 or, a 1.0, in most cases, they're not going to have fun. And they're actually going to get really, really frustrated because they're not able to kill the players that are in there. And ever since skill-based matchmaking was secretly put in, I noticed the change. When I was playing with my friends and such, it really affected them, and I saw their attitudes change in PvP and really not enjoy their experience. And the only time they ever felt like they were enjoying their experience was when they played by themselves. And for me, it's the opposite. When I play with them, I'm having more fun. When I play by myself, I'm not really having much fun, and I'm getting rather annoyed because I'm trying to get one bounty done. And it's really bothering for a lot of people who have friends that want to play PvP, but they pretty much are afraid to play with their high KD friends because they don't want to go against players that are in their KD range or whatever, how the skill-based matchmaking works. And it sucks. And I really wish that either Bungie would remove it entirely or put it only in the modes that make sense, which is mainly Trials and maybe also Iron Banner. Like, those two I can understand, but even then, there needs to be more of a balancing out if you're playing with friends that have a low KD. I don't know fully how it works. I don't. But it was very sleazy of Bungie to do such mistrusting things and secretly sneak in skill-based matchmaking under our noses. And they acted like, oh, what are you talking about? We didn't do anything. And they finally came out to say, yeah, we did that. And it just blows my mind that they really weren't sorry about it. They kind of were still like, well, we still want to keep it in, even though we put it in there without telling you guys. And other games will just remove it entirely because people don't like it. And if people don't like it, don't have it in there, or at least cater to what people are trying to say. If people want to play a very competitive style PvP mode, split up the playlists. As in, have social playlists and have competitive playlists. Most games do this. In Halo, they do this. They have social playlists and they have competitive. In most competitive modes, like, they don't have join in progress, and if people leave, they leave. But there can still be join in progress with competitive modes, but again, like, people should have the option of what they want to play, especially if they're playing with their friends with low KDs. There shouldn't be a force, like, skill-based matchmaking for players that don't want it. And in most games, they give you the option, or again, they will just remove it entirely because a lot of people just have negative feelings about it. There are a lot of people that definitely do want skill-based matchmaking, and I am not against what they're thinking. I'm not against their thoughts because that's their idea of fun. And if that's their idea of fun, I'm for it. And I feel like they should really have, I feel like every party would be, both sides would be happy as if we had the option of those playing that want to play skill-based matchmaking matches and those who don't. In my case, I would like both as well. I wouldn't mind having skill-based matchmaking competitive playlists that I could play with, like, my friends that want to play competitively. Or when I play with my friends that just want to have a fun time and they don't have a very high KD, so they don't want to go against high KD players, we'll just do a regular playlist where there's no skill-based matchmaking in it. It's one of those situations where it's really hard to fully explain how it would work because skill-based matchmaking is just one of those cut-in-half situations where people either like it or don't. But I feel like in the sense of having it split with playlists would make more sense. Personally, I feel like skill-based matchmaking shouldn't be in Destiny at all, at least for this game, until they ever add dedicated servers. Lag is a big problem in Destiny, and whenever you join a server and you're lagging, Some cases it's not just because of you, it's because the host of the server is not that great. And a lot of games have dedicated servers, and Destiny just doesn't. And having skill-based matchmaking in games normally also has the connection with dedicated servers, which Destiny does not have. So connection is not really a big factor, and they always say that, oh, we're testing skill-based matchmaking where it's all connection or mainly connection and then 25% is skill. I don't know if I can believe them or not, because they're not giving us the full details of how it actually works. And again, they snuck it in. I don't know what to believe, but personally, I feel like I would be happy, and where I am not against Bungie wanting to put skill-based matchmaking in is if they just split the playlists. Like, heck, even the classic playlists have skill-based matchmaking, I think. I have no idea. But whenever I play by myself is when I really notice it, or if I play with my friends that have low KDs, I notice them changing their attitude with PvP because of the skill-based matchmaking inside of Destiny. So, I don't really know. There is no way of really understanding why Bungie wants to keep it and why how it works, but I feel like they should really try and work out a situation where it makes everyone happy. People want to have this play PvP for fun. Some people want to play competitively. The game is meant to... games in general are supposed to cater to everyone and find that equilibrium where everyone can find fun in some shape or form. Personally, I just don't like skill-based matchmaking at all. I'm more of a connection freak, as in I want every match to just be very crisp. If I have I can understand if my internet was not going as fast, I would take the hit for it. But for Destiny's sake, lag can be a very tough and annoying thing for a lot of players, so I feel like it would be a lot smarter is if it was just connection only, at least for this title, until they ever do another Destiny game where that one will have dedicated servers. Maybe they can work out a situation where they split the playlists in a sense where they can cater for both sides. But anyways, I'd like to know your own opinions about this topic. Personally, I am not a huge fan of skill-based matchmaking, at least in Destiny, and I feel like it shouldn't be in there and be more connection, but I can understand people wanting to have competitive matches. That's why I feel like they should just split the playlists and work it in that sense. But I don't know. I'd like to know your thoughts as well about this topic, so thanks for listening. Chibi out.